Hey guys, Tool Gal here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make an open top baby wipe case. This is one that I've already made here, and as you can see, the top opens up here, and then you can still open it up here. A lot of wipe cases that you see out there, they cover up this top part here so you can't get the baby wipes out of them, and I always use this part to get the baby wipes out, so I decided I would try to make one where you could still use the top part. Okay, today I'm going to be making one more for boy. So you're going to need fabric, a wipe case, plain, some ribbon, but you want to make sure that you get the ribbon that will bend easily around corners, because you're going to need it to cover up some of the fabric edges. Some more ribbon. Got some rhinestones here, some batting, some glue gun, and your scissors. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is measure out how much fabric you're going to need. So I'm going to start off with the bottom part, and you just need enough fabric to kind of get up over these edges here. It does not have to be perfect, because you can go back and trim when we get a little bit closer to the end here, and then you can also cover it up with a ribbon so it's really not going to show. So we'll go ahead and cut that out. Okay, so I have my first piece cut out here for the bottom part. It's right on top here, and you're going to be folding these edges up and around. You're going to want to come out another one for the top part as well. It doesn't have to be quite as big for the top part, because the top part's not quite as big as the bottom. But you can go ahead and just, to make it easier, cut out the same size that you cut out for the bottom, because you're going to go back and trim around the edges anyway whenever you're finished. Right, so we're going to do the bottom part first because it's going to be easier. So let's go ahead and open this up. It comes with the wipes in it, but it's probably easier if you just move them off. Now we're going to take it and just kind of go along the edge here. So get your string of glue, take your fabric, and just push it on top. Get that part done. Now let's turn it over. You want to go ahead and do the other side first. So you want to be able to pull this tight before we do the sides. So pull it up and tight. Okay, so now we will go to these edges here. Right, now along the back. Okay, so now we have our bottom attached. And you can see here all these ends are still sticking up. We're going to go and trim those off. So just take your scissors and start trimming off this excess. Okay, so I've gone all around the sides here and I've trimmed everything up. It is not perfect, but that's okay. It really does not have to be, because we're going to be covering up everything with a ribbon. So go ahead and get this, and this is called a rickrack ribbon. And what we're going to be doing is just taking it and covering up the back stitches here. So go ahead, and it's best to start in the back, kind of in the middle. Trim that up there. The first spot glue here. Stick it on there. And now we're just going to be going all along the edges, just like this. Okay? So go ahead and do that all around the edges. Okay, so now we got the ribbon all the way around here, and as you can see, it looks a lot better. Okay, so now it's time to measure out your batting for the top. And go ahead and you just do that pretty much the same way that you did your fabric. Just see how much you need for the top and just cut it around. Alright, and this doesn't need to be perfect at all. It's all going to be covered up. You're not going to be able to see any of it. So after you do that, what you're going to do is open up the top part here and just kind of close it around, see how much you're going to need, but there is a little indentation, and I'm just going to fold it in half here and just cut out where that is. Alright, open it back up, and then it makes a hole, and this batting, it moves around a lot, so I mean you don't have to get it perfect because you're going to be able to fix it a little bit whenever you super glue it on. So there's a hole there, see you can close it, so go ahead, and next thing we're going to do is just put some super glue around the top here where we're going to be placing our batting. Alright, so there's the first edge. Alright, and now we're going to finish gluing the batting down to the rest of the case here. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now we're going to be covering up the top part here. You can kind of do the same thing that you did with the batting as far as getting the right amount cut here. So go ahead and try to close it on top of this fabric. Right. It should help you get a little bit of an indentation in the fabric so you have kind of a line to cut around. Fold it in half. Yeah. Well, you might need to come back in and just kind of trim it up a little bit more, but you got your basic outline here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because all this stuff is going to be covered by ribbon. Go ahead and just finish cutting out around the edge. Okay, so I kind of have it cut out how I want it around the middle here. And I'm going to go and I'm going to super glue the middle down first, so that way it's easier to pull tight whenever you're gluing around the sides. So let's go ahead and get in here. Start gluing this down around the side. And just glue it all the way around the top here. Okay, so now I have it glued around the edge here, and you need to be very careful when you're doing it to try not to get glue in the space down there because that's how it closes at the top. So that's that part there, and now we're going to go and just do what we did at the bottom and glue around the sides here. Okay, so now we have the top part all glued on, and we just need to go and trim around the sides again just like you did with the bottom part. So don't forget, just start trimming. Okay, so now I've got it all trimmed around the top, and you're just going to do the same thing that you did again to the bottom. Just take the ribbon that you pick. You want to start at the same place, kind of. Well, you want to make sure that you have this part open. And you can start at the same place here, or if you want to, you can start over here and not even do this part in here if you don't want to. It really doesn't matter because most of the time it's going to be closed and you're not even going to see it. So it's totally up to you, and you're just going to take it and glue all around the top. Okay, now I have the ribbon all the way done around the top, and I did go inside there. And this is why I said that you needed ribbon that would like bend from side to side, because you're going to need it to go around here like this, around these corners, on these angles, and a lot of ribbon doesn't bend this way. For the sides here, you don't necessarily have to get ribbon that is flexible like this. You can really just do any kind of small trim that you want here, but for the open top parts and getting the trim around here, it can't be just any regular ribbon. It has to be something that will work with you whenever you're going around the side. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do now. I'm going to start at the back here, and I'm just going to take the trim and work it along the edges just like this. So go ahead and make our start right here. Okay, so now I've got the trim all the way around inside here, and I mean, it is going to be harder to close it, but if you kind of do it with both fingers, line it up, there you go, it pops into place. So there's now the only thing that we have left to do is to cover up this top part right here, and you're going to need to just get the fabric and measure it out around here, and just take your scissors. It's actually easier just kind of go ahead and cut a square out first. I cut it out there. It's going to be easier for me to go around and just trim what I need to off. Okay. I have it kind of how I want it. So I'm just going to take my glue gun, start at the end here, place it where I want it, and continue to glue it. Okay, so I got that top part off, and just like all the other times, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to trim the excess away. Okay, so now I have it all trimmed around the sides, and once again we're just going to take our ribbon, and you want to start down here at the bottom, and you're just going to take it and glue it just like you did with the other side, on the edges, just like that. Okay, and I decided to go back and just add rhinestones onto the ribbon there. And this is what I have whenever I'm all finished with it, and it's really cute for a little boy. So there you go, and then it's still got a little bit of bling for mommy. Okay, so I hope you liked my tutorial on how to make the open top wipe cases. The one that I made for a little boy, and then this is the one that I made for a little girl. I have all this stuff on my Facebook page, so you can go check that out. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.